Hello everyone, my name is Min and I am your dead DM, and today, before we get started, do you have any plans Saturday nights? Do you sit at home wishing you could get out and make some new friends, but again, are stuck at home? Well, look no further, because your dead DM has a game night stream every Saturday. Every Saturday we play Jackbox Party Packs on livestream, and that allows you to get in on the action. So if you're sitting alone at home, we got you covered. Come join the party. The night's always hosted by me, Min, and is often joined by my moderators and friends. Do you already frequent the live stream? Well, if you were here Saturday, you would know we were recently able to invest in Jackbox Party Pack 5. More games, more fun for everyone, including this amazing highlight.
You ready to go?
Oh god.
We could be tight if your skills weren't so sin. Like goddamn. You're total trash, Min.
Oh my god!
You hurt my feelings, I'll crush your gun. I'm just that strong bee. You had better run.
I'm so glad you went first. So what are you waiting for? If you got nothing else to do, we would love to offer you some smiles. Also, if you join my Patreon when we reach the $50 goal, the Jackbox Party Pack call will be open to any and all Patreons who want to join it. If you pledge even $1, you help us get to the goal, and you are eligible to join the call when we reach the goal. Now with that out of the way, let's get to today's Anidoodle. On today's episode, we may be doing an animation you are familiar with. It's the same animation that you saw during the little music diddly thing that I posted last week. So, this is the way it happened. This animation was started with still art created in Clip Studio Paint. An important thing to know about animation is when you are on a deadline, it's important to save as much time as possible. In this case, the best option was to make Sin's less moving parts, her torso and head, just a single, really nicely done image. It doesn't take too much longer before I'm in Toon Boom and start animating. In the original concept, Sin was going to kick her legs all the way up in the air, but I figured, hey Min, stop. Take a breath, and try your hand at simpler animation. Subtle movement is a lot harder than you might expect. You see, the slower something moves, the more frames you need to just shove them in there. That way it looks smooth and doesn't look broken. If you try and make a subtle movement, but do it at a lower frame rate, it's gonna look broken. It's gonna look very broken. It's bad time. It's very similar to timing out a walk cycle as well. You have your extreme leg poses, and then you're passing, and then the last frame is to get you back on loop. It's a tedious and long process, and I really don't have that much to say about it. At this part, I have all my keys down and I'm ready to start the cleanup process of the rough animation. To make sure it's on model. This isn't necessarily an important step for everybody, it's just one I have to go through. However, it does help you catch some key mistakes. Something that I tried to make sure with this animation, this part is not scripted, is that if you pay attention to Sin's feet, the feet are supposed to have some follow-through in them. Like when they're swinging forward, the feet dip back because the action is being led by the knee, and then when they're swinging back, it follows that arc. I don't know if I phrased that quite right, but follow through like that is very important. Keep an eye for that. That's an important thing. You can see it in a lot of things. All right, back on script. Next, we're in the line art and color stage, also known as cleanup. I started with the bottom of the sweater. Now every action has follow through and reaction. Sin's main action is kicking her legs, so her hips would also be moving ever so slightly. I wasn't sure this was going to look right in the end without her legs already lined, but I had to trust it was good enough and move on. In the next last little phase, I took Sin's legs and I put them on a new layer and started lining them. Now the reason this is on a new layer is because when I export it, I have to export the sweater and the legs separately. This allows me to take the legs and put them behind the table in the final animation. It's very important to compositing to make sure characters look like they belong in the environment that they're in. And I think this really did the trick. So that should bring us to the end of the episode. Thank you everyone for making it to the end of the episode. If you like what we do here on this channel, please consider becoming a Patreon. And supporting what we do. Even if it's just $1, you help us out immensely. We have live streams every Friday and Saturday night. You've already heard the advertisement for the Saturday night stream. And Friday we will either be back to Resident Evil 0 or we would be continuing Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm working on fixing the save file for everyone who was there last week. So if we do Dragon Age Inquisition, don't worry, I'm not going to play the prologue again. It'll be fine. You won't even notice a thing. Alright, thank you everyone again. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.